What we have here today is the ROG Azoth. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Azoth.
Okay, Azoth. We go with Azoth. This is ROG's brand new keyboard kit. Should I call it a kit or a complete set, because they got a lot of lubing kits, customizations that can be done on this keyboard as well. I don't think they got a bare bones version. They only got this complete set version. And today we're gonna unbox it, and he's gonna do everything because our writer here is the main guy who handles a lot of keyboards. So let's begin. On the box, we have a few highlights, feature highlights, Speed Nova. So this one is to increase their wireless connectivity. And then this is factory lube, as far as I know.
Yes, they do.
Double-shot keycaps, ROG and X mechanical key switches available in 3 variants. The usual red, blue, brown. I chose red because better. I prefer red. At the back here,
of course, like gaming is always going for the leading.
I like to type on reds. One thing special about this keyboard is, even though it's made for gaming, you can actually use it in Mac mode. One special feature is, of course, the screen. One OLED screen at the top right corner that it can display quite a lot of things. And then we also have a knob.
Yay!
One special thing that they include is DIY lube kit alongside with key switch opener, keycap cooler. We'll talk about that later. And then what is this?
Oh, this is the switch opener.
Okay, you know what? Let's just open it then. Open, sir.
Okay.
So, I think the usual unboxing experience is fairly simple. We're gonna speed run through it.
Yep, ROG
welcome
card.
Take this out. This is the main highlight. You play with that for a while. I will unbox everything else. So, I also will take this out. At the bottom, we got package contents, which is what we talked about earlier. Bunch of stickers. They look quite nice actually. One special thing is this box, which is, I think all of the lubing stuff is inside.
Oh, that's good. They keep it in another box.
Yeah, and they also give you a foam as a holder for everything.
Oh,
that is very neat. Oh, there's also where the cable is. And they give you extra switches.
Yes.
Good.
Good.
Oh yeah, this keyboard is also gasket mounted. They also give you Krytox 205G0, I think.
Yes,
not wrong.
you can technically do all lubing with 205G0, so yeah.
Is it enough?
Yes,
it's
definitely.
Enough, ah?
Yes, this is actually enough if counting switch alone, enough for like 100 plus, 150.
Oh, okay. Yes. Definitely more than enough for this.
So definitely on the clacky sound profile. The spacebar sound, it's a bit hollow, but personally I do like this funky sound.
Kinda high pitch.
Yes, I'm a high pitch guy.
Okay.
And going through the modifiers, yep, they are smooth.
Actually very well balanced for the spacebar.
Yes, and I don't really hear any rattling. Just a little bit on the left side, but very good out of the box. Just a little bit.
So, taking a look at the back side, plastic piece, we're gonna leave that there.
Piece.
Overall build material, I think is partial metal, partial plastic.
The bottom part, oh yeah, it's definitely, but for the top part, I guess this is
metal. The bottom
is plastic.
Few key highlights of this keyboard. We got the dongle hidden here, which is actually very nice of them, because if you don't have any place to hold the dongle, it's gonna get lost. So small dongle, I think here, magnetic, so it doesn't fall off. So as you can see, we plug in the cable and then 52%. Nice of them to actually give us the battery indicator there as well.
Yeah, so after 100%, unplug it, then you can use it wirelessly again. Yeah.
Or you can just plug in and use it in wired mode. Because we are now going to go wired mode, which is the center one. We got the software installed. Luckily, ROG has already updated the Azoth as a separate module, so we had to also install that. Took some time, but in the software, I think it's pretty straightforward, right? Select one of the keys.
Yeah, please press one. Oh, this one is key remapping.
Key remapping. Okay. Lighting, we have to look at the lighting as well.
Okay.
Reactive, just type some random stuff.
Yep, they do.
Yep, they do. Rainbow,
Rainbow. Are they rainbowing?
You need to type. Oh, okay.
Oh, the rainbow is single click.
Very different type of.
Oh, they change every time you press it.
Okay.
Okay.
Color cycle, the usual one.
Okay.
Quicksand is something new. Not sure what is quicksand. Is it everything sinking downwards?
Oh yeah, from the top sinking downwards.
Control knob. This is. I think you're supposed to cycle through with the button at the side. Is it?
Oh yeah, you press it, then you can adjust.
You press and try it out then.
Okay, so currently this is for the volume.
Yeah, it is working.
Okay.
We can see it working.
Multimedia. Previous track, next track.
Can you press on the key? As in this?
Oh, this. Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay. If I go back to media track. Yeah. Play pause is pressing in the button. That's good. Switching light effects, we can actually disable this so we can directly skip it. And then we can also customize.
Yeah.
I don't know what we can customize it with.
Oh,
custom shortcuts is like custom remapping of your keys.
But some of them cannot be mapped to macro, so we have to.
Yeah,
take
but
note
then
of
we
that.
can do preset input, so we can literally put copy pasta.
Yeah,
Fun. OLED. We can customize the animation, so currently it's by default.
Let's try.
We got this one is the Happy New Year, I think.
New Year, yep.
Fireworks.
Nice.
We got some hearts.
Okay, hearts. Yep,
And then we can also add our own custom animations. Custom banner.
we have anything. Yeah.
Okay,
Very
music mode of course
simple.
is like equalizer. Nothing much to talk about.
System info.
Date and time.
System
Kinda.
okay, we see like CPU usage or what? Ah, yeah, single and dual hardware. Ah,
This is good.
yep.
Power, of course, we can also set to when it should tell us to charge. Sleep time,
Good.
blah blah blah, all of those stuff. Pretty standard. Firmware update. Nothing else.
Yep.
We already updated. Keyboard itself, I would say, if you just want to buy this keyboard out of the box and use, actually not bad.
Yeah.
Would you compare it with maybe you buy a full set Keychron comparable?
Full set Keychron, I would take that matching against the K series probably. If like price wise.
Yeah, in terms of the materials, it was very similar
Yeah.
to K series.
Because certain K series they also have the plastic and aluminum combo.
Okay, so now it's time to open up the keyboard. Okay, so you see they included switch opener. This is NX, so for the ROG NX switch, you can open it using this slot, or you flip it around. This is MX.
Yeah, your standard Cherry MX and clones.
Yes, so this is a very good tool. Very inclusive of them. I didn't expect them to do so, but as you can see, this is using Costar style stabilizers.
Plate mount. Okay, so inside we see a little bit of lube, just a little bit, but it works. Okay, oh!
I'm kind of impressed by the thickness of the foam they put on the spacebar.
Yes, normally we just take some tape and cover it up.
This is extremely thick. And then they stick it on the keyboard plate, not
Rather
the
than inside the
keycap.
spacebar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we also have gasket mount. I think quite difficult to flex it. So these keycaps are these are actually very high quality keycaps. They are thick, double shot PBT, and also of course if you want to use RGB, they can shine through the legends so that it can illuminate the keys in the dark for you to see. So I want to try to, as a keyboard noob, I want to try to use their switch remover. How am I supposed to do this? Just plug it in, then the whole thing will...
You fit it into the correct one, then you press it down the middle.
Press it down the middle.
Yep, press it down the middle, then
Oh.
you'll feel. Yes.
It's that easy. So that is how we take it out.
Yep, so we have your top housing, system, spring, bottom housing.
Aha.
They say they come factory lube. I don't feel like the stems have any.
Or at least way too thin.
Yeah, thin until I don't really feel it. Maybe perhaps you shine it through a light, then you perhaps can see a light coating.
Let me have a look. But I can definitely feel some thing on my fingertips.
You can also feel the lube on the top and bottom part of the spring.
Okay, so that means there is lube, just maybe not so much.
Yep.
I would suggest you since they already give you all the kit, spend some time to hand lube it.
Yep.
Yeah, surprisingly not much lube, but still don't feel that scratchy.
Oh,
The keyboard ping, non-existent.
keyboard ping non-existent, but since it's Costar steps, you won't have too much leeway in terms of silencing the steps in case you don't like the sound or if it's too much rattling for you. So you have to take in some measures.
Okay, so one thing I realized is that they're using very tiny Allen key screws, tiny, and then they didn't include the Allen wrench in the box, so we have to use our own. Cables. Always careful of the ribbon latch.
Damn, ribbon cables.
So according to ROG, what they told us, this keyboard has a total of 3 layers of dampening. They got poron, they got silicon, I think. Then this one's the bottom plate.
Yeah. This one is poron.
Yeah. So
Again,
it's very thick layer of poron.
And bottom there another layer of
Silicon.
silicon with your
okay.
ROG printed and your battery.
Yes,
The
so
battery's
if
here.
you ever want to change the battery, it's here.
So yeah, the gaskets first, the part they are supposed to slot in is a bit too thin.
Yes, and then they don't have any lock or grip towards the keyboard, so it will just fall out.
So there's no grip, they fall out, it's thin and easily to I think snap in half and you just pull it with just a little bit more force, which is no good.
Yes, and then they're using silicon for their gaskets. You can change it out to foam if you want to.
And I do prefer a little bit of stickiness to help keep it in place, which we don't find any.
Yeah, no
in this board.
adhesive.
Yeah.
So PCB very clean.
PCB very clean and TTC hot swap sockets.
Okay, switch compatibility.
5-pin hot swap sockets, so any switch you like.
So for the sake of compatibility testing, I'm gonna try with a KO Dipsy switch from my Keychron because I like this switch. Silent.
Yeah. Yep.
Yay.
Just press a little bit that you'll feel it goes in smoothly.
Okay, so compatibility with at least KO switches, no problem.
So this one is 5-pin cream switch.
Cream switch should have no problem at all, but just testing for the sake of compatibility. Yep, no problem. So after all that, we tested the keyboard out of the box, tested the software, disassembled, taking a look at everything that this keyboard has to offer. What do you think?
I think that this is very good out of the box.
I agree.
And they actually lube their stabilizers more than they lube their switches, but I guess they provided the lubing kit so you can tune it up a little bit.
Yes, that is also up to your own personal preference depending on how much lube you want, what lube you want, because all of them will create different feel.
Yeah.
So overall, out of the box is okay. Then what about others?
If talking a little bit for the things that I don't really like is, first off, the Costar steps. Gaming keyboards should just use cherry stems, in my opinion, because that provides you with a lot more options in terms of swapping them out, modding them, and perhaps fixing them if there's any problem. And one problem we face here is a little bit of ticking. You can especially hear if you just lightly tap on the top side of the spacebar or whatever modifier keys. If you hear any metallic sound, that's what we call ticking.
One thing I like is the poron film, of course. I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Even the internal dampening inside the keyboard, that poron film is as thick as this for the entire backplate, which is super good. And then it doesn't feel hollow. Don't sound hollow.
And plate foam.
Yes, plate foam squished in between. This keyboard is actually highly moddable, so you can buy aftermarket one, cut yourself, then install it, or you want to add thicker, you want to remove it. Entirely up to you.
Yeah, so I do think that their direction to go for an alternative choice for ROG fans who is also a custom mechanical keyboard fan, that wants something in between and they know what they are buying. So this is definitely a good choice out of the box and just require minimal tuning to make it sound really good.
Okay, a few complaints that I have. Number one, ring keycap puller. Even though this is better than the real ring keycap puller, I would still prefer wire keycap pullers.
Yep.
The inclusion of a lubing kit inside the box is unheard of for this kind of kit keyboards, as in complete sets. So if you want to just buy this keyboard, you don't have to lube it if you don't want to, but it is advisable that you explore a bit more since you already paid for it. I mean, they already give you everything, and just tune it however you want. This one, all the gasket mounts, they just slot it in. As you can see here, all of them have fallen out. So if you're gonna mod it yourself, you gotta be careful. So the entire keyboard set, the ROG Azoth, is around 1,000 ringgit. It's still not finalized yet, but what I have been told is around 1,000 ringgit, which I think is very similar in terms of price with my own custom built Keychron Q3 and also your Keychron Q1. Yeah, these two keyboards, full metal, not alchemist, but also I got KO, Deep Blue, Deep Sea switches. You got the
MMD cream.
Yeah, MMD cream. This keycap was harvested from Leopold keyboards, which is, you cannot buy it separately, more like. So overall prices are comparable between these two keyboards and the ROG Azoth, but I don't have lubing kit out of the box. And
that screen, you're actually, I guess, like paying 30% of this board just for that screen.
Yeah, that screen is actually quite useful. Armoury Crate software, highly tunable. You can deal with it however you want. I think it is also compatible with the Aura Sync, which you can check out the tutorial at the top right corner there. We have done it like a few years ago. Okay, so maybe for around 1,000 ringgit for the ROG Azoth full set, it's quite decent.
Yep, quite decent.
Quite decent.
It actually is in the price range of like previous ROG gaming keyboards.
But now they are catered towards the custom keyboard gang, and it's also comparable with something like Keychron and whatnot in terms of pricing and also experience. And you also get the screen.
So if you're interested in becoming a gang of the custom mechanical keyboard scene and you want to play it safe by going for like, because you're trusting ROG, right? Yep, ROG Azoth.
And 75% are getting more and more popular actually. So that's it. That's all we have to share with you. Goodbye.